down the line, we'll talk about the independence and autonomy of state houses of assembly. And each time the National Assembly successively passes that and it becomes law, the state chief executive, governors particularly, have been against it. And state houses of assembly also toe the line of state executives, governors in particular. What's your take? Are you thinking along the line of ensuring that you have your autonomy? And of course, what other gray areas are there that you think that the State House of Assembly can also look at in the amendment of the Constitution or the review of the Constitution? Honorable Martins.
Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by saying that the issue you have just raised is one that is of great concern to our speakers, is of great concern to Nigerians in general. We have three arms of government: the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. It's important that separation of powers is truly allowed to play its course for our democracy to really be sustained. Strengthening institutions in this country is key. Undue interferences, either from the executive or from the judiciary, is indeed an anathema, is anachronistic, and shouldn't be allowed to continue. I must say, without any iota of contradiction, that all state houses of assembly will definitely be looking at true independence and autonomy. For us in Rivers State, we have no other alternative. We have already passed our financial autonomy law. It's in place, and we insist that it must be implemented. And we are of the view too that local governments should be allowed to still have their full independence. I must say this because our local governments are at the grassroots level, and we need them to be strengthened. A situation where the Constitution has allowed for local governments and state chief executives will not allow elected people to be in office is a thing of worry for us, and I think it should be something that should concern, of course, all Nigerians. I want to appeal to the National Assembly to look into this matter. I believe that only elected people should occupy offices at our local government. The position of the chairman, councillor, they should be there. The era of caretaker committees should be outlawed by our constitution. It should be written in black and white that someone who has not been elected should not sit in the office of the chairman of a local government. In fact, we can go as far as legislating on how funds can go to this local government, such that when you have people at the helms of affairs of the local government who are not elected, they should not be given allocation. I do not think that allocation should be given to people who are merely appointed as against the provision of our constitution. We need to strengthen the third tier of government. We need to strengthen state legislatures. I also want to remark here a situation where our courts do interfere with legislative proceedings. You find a situation where the state legislature is looking at matters within its powers. We have the exclusive list, we have the concurrent list, and the residual list. When a state legislature is legislating on a matter in the concurrent and residual list, while the process is still ongoing, it has not been concluded. There was no matter in court ab initio on that particular matter. You find that someone runs to court and gets an order and stops the state legislature from performing its constitutional duties. This is one thing that we also need to look at. It's a problem for us, and I believe that the independence, the autonomy of state legislatures is key. Whatever we need to do to strengthen the State House of Assembly, we need to do that. Because when the legislature is strong, when the legislature is not afraid of interferences from either the judiciary or the executive, they will be free to do their job. When the state legislature is weak, the results is bad governance, because there will be nobody there to checkmate the executive we are the voice of the people, and as legislators, we believe that when we are fully empowered, when all those encumbrances to us exercising our powers as enshrined in the Constitution are removed, when we are protected, fully protected by law, I believe that it will enhance our democracy, and of course it will churn out good laws for our people, and of course help the citizens of our dear states.
Thank you very much.